So, in case you guys haven't heard by now, it seems that the Writers Guild of America, or at least, basically the Writers Guild of America has empowered the leaders to, to basically structure a strike. In other words, give the okay in the next 2 weeks if a deal isn't made with the producers of America to go on strike. Now, the last time there was a strike was 2007, 2008, I think. I think that's what it was, 2007, 2008. And that gave birth to what was known as the reality era of television, the unscripted era. You know, we had things like Jersey Shore, we had things like the Kardashians, and so on. You know, we had an uptake, if you will, on the revival of things like The Real World and things like that. Big Brother, you name it. And honestly, television in the eyes of a lot of folks hasn't been the same because now fans expect, studios expect, a reality show to be done every now and then, every year. Like even if it's one or two or three reality unscripted shows, they expect that to be in the planning stages for what they bring to networks or streaming services. So I can tell you this honestly, 2 weeks is plenty of time. I will give the Writers Guild, credit that they're at least giving, pretty much warning. They're pretty much firing a warning shot to the producers of, hey, we just empowered our leaders to give us the okay to go on strike. So if you don't want a repeat of what happened 16, 15, years ago, then you need to make sure you give us what we asked for. And there's obviously a lot of demands. I'm not going to talk about them all. You can look them up on Google. But apparently there's a lot of demands that, obviously will be met, and some that people question whether or not they will be met or negotiated to be met halfway. But I can tell you this honestly. Just because you empower leaders, to pretty much say, hey, I'm going to, call for a strike, for you guys to walk out of your jobs and everything, if the deal's not, met within this time frame. Just because you give them that, that power, it doesn't mean, honestly, that they're going to do it. They're not. What they're going to do, probably, because they don't want to have a repeat of what happened before, and I guarantee you there's a lot of leaders of these kind of groups that have been empowered to do such a thing, allow their employees or their associates to go on strike, but they don't follow through because they don't want to repeat history. And I guarantee you, honestly, and this is my honest opinion, I guarantee you they may have been empowered, but I doubt, even if a deal isn't made, they're not going to call for a strike. I mean, they may, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they will. They're not going to want to repeat what happened before. What I think will happen is they'll contact their people, and they'll probably give them a proposition of, hey, we haven't reached a deal yet, but we're close. Give us a little bit more time, but if some of you do feel like you want to walk out, go ahead. You got the right to do it. But for some of you, if you want to stay, that's great too. Let's keep things going. Let's have business continue as usual. Maybe we'll bring in some backups because I guarantee you they have backup writers. They have backup staff, if you will, just in case something like this happens. So honestly, you can listen to everybody make a big deal about this all you want. All due respect to John Campea, he can make it a big deal. All due respect to Hollywood and Hollywood news sites and letters like Variety and Deadline and all that. Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, Access Hollywood. They can make a big deal about this all they want, but the truth and reality is, I do not think the leaders of the Writers Guild, even though they've been empowered, are going to want a strike to happen. More so than anything, they're going to basically ask for a little bit more time to get a deal reached, and they are going to give an option. They're going to give the option of, hey, you don't want to work, fine, go ahead. You don't have to work. You could strike if you want to, which probably would be, more people than they expect. But I guarantee you they're not going to call for a full-on strike and a walkout. They're going to probably work out something to where it's going to be an option so that they can still keep business going. They might even tell them, hey, we're going to give you this option to walk and strike, but everything you're working on, its delays and all that will fall upon you. And I don't think you want that. So I guarantee you, they're going to basically not go for an immediate strike right away. They're going to probably ask for a little bit more time. And I guarantee you, given that a little bit more time, a deal will be reached. Because again, I don't think, honestly, they're going to want history to repeat itself. I mean, would you? If you were in the situation, would you want history to repeat itself? No. No, you wouldn't want history to repeat itself. Neither would they. So in my honest opinion, I don't think anybody that follows this kind of stuff has anything to worry about. I don't think John Campea, Entertainment Tonight, TMZ, Access Hollywood, Inside Edition, I don't think anybody that's reporting on this, I don't think they have anything to worry about as exaggerated or as, game-changing as it might be. I don't think they have anything to worry about because I don't think these leaders, even though they've been empowered, are going to want to basically walk down that path again. I don't think they're going to want to do that. I think, honestly, if they don't reach a deal, they're going to basically, give an option to those that want to walk, those that want to strike, give them the option to do so, but they're not going to call for a full-on strike. Because they're going to say, hey, give us a little bit more time, and I guarantee you do that, we'll get something done. So I don't think you have anything to truly worry about when it comes to this whole potential Writers Guild going on strike within the next 2 weeks or anything like that, just because they empowered those leaders. I don't think anybody has anything to worry about. I think it's plenty of time. I mean, again, what they've done basically by empowering the leaders is they fired the first shot. They fired the first shot and they said, hey, look, we're letting you know we just empowered these people to give us the go to strike, but we're doing it in plenty of time for a deal to be reached. They're telling the producers and directors and all of them in Hollywood they're connected with that, hey, we're firing the first shot. You don't want a full-on cannon blast in the next 2 weeks? Make the deal. Make the deal. Give us what we want, and we'll be done. So I'll give them credit for firing the first warning shot, but in reality, I don't think we have anything to worry about because I don't think the Writers Guild is going to want to deal with that. I really don't. I don't think they're going to want to deal with it. I don't think they're going to want to deal with it, nor are they going to want to have history repeat itself from 15 years ago. I really don't. So I think, if anything, if they don't get a deal made, they'll probably just give the option to those that, hey, if you want to walk, you want to strike, that's up to you. But they might even add that caveat of, if you do so, anything you're working on, if it gets delayed, will fall on you. So they're going to give them the option to walk, but also at the same time take the responsibility of any kind of delays of stuff they're working on falling on them. Because they want to strike, they want to walk, instead of wait and be patient. So even though they've been empowered, I don't think anybody's got anything to worry about another, when it comes to another strike happening or anything like that. I really don't. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment below, live chat during the premiere, like the video, and I will talk to you all later.